Happy Friday and welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nick Roloff, where we are live once again for a Heat game. This one in Orlando against the Magic. Played them on opening night, lost in a close game, but looked to get some revenge in this one. Miami coming off one of their worst games, if not their worst game of the year, on Wednesday against the Dallas Mavericks. And, of course, I was in the building for the game. Feels like I'm cursed. 0-4 against Dallas in Dallas since I moved to Dallas. Whatever. We'll move past it. Hopefully getting a win tonight. No Tyler Herro. He's out with a toe injury. Norman Powell, who missed Wednesday's game, back in the lineup tonight. Miami going with a double big lineup. Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo both starting today. Opposite Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, and Andrew Wiggins. So hopefully Miami's able to rebound the ball nicely tonight. Magic getting Paolo Banchero back. He missed their last 10 games, but will be active tonight. He's back in their starting lineup. So it should be an interesting game on tap. Appreciate everybody spending some of their Friday night with me here on the Heat Report. As always, let's start off today's show. Shout out your city for me down in the comments section. Where are the real ones watching from? As I move my chair out of the way in the back there so you guys can't see it. What's up, hot dog? Good to see Buddy Bear in the building. How's it going, Buddy Bear? Tyson Bryant in the building. Wasim's in Irvine, California. Roma's in Nicaragua. Tyman in Ohio. Kamimoto in Cape Coral. Boca Raton for the Slaying Cat. Someone says, remember me. I don't, because your username is just a bunch of hodgepodge letters, so I have no clue who you are. Tyson Bryant, though, rocking in MIA. My guy Apachito in the building. Aiden Law is in Miami. Apple User is in Fort Myers. Ponyboy is in Boynton Beach. A lot of people from the eastern part of the country, if you're in the United States today. We are usually pretty worldwide. Heat are 5.5-point underdogs in this game. Hopefully, I think they cover this game. We'll talk more about it here, but what's up, Yaredell in Massachusetts? Tice says, Rolly, if there was a deal for Giannis, the Bucks accept that doesn't include Ware, would you automatically accept it? I would accept automatically any offer that made Giannis a Miami Heat player. I could not give two shits who is going to the Milwaukee Bucks. I have said on my videos, and we'll make another video that goes out tomorrow, that I obviously am not going to be offering Bam Adebayo because the goal is a trade to get Giannis to pair up with Bam. But in the grand scheme of things, if it costs you Bam Adebayo, like Terry Rozier's contract, and that's it, like, yeah, you're doing that trade. So, I don't give two shits. And Kel'el Ware is in the deal. Like, I just want, for the people that's talking about potentially trading for Giannis, like, I hope you realize there is no world that we live in that the Heat traded for Giannis and didn't include Kel'el Ware in the deal, by the way. So, just want that on there. I like it. Don't even ask me a question about trading for Giannis if you are not sending Kel'el Ware. Because that is probably here's the order of operations that you call up Milwaukee and they're going to go down the list of what they want in return for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number one thing is all of your unprotected tradable first-round picks. That's the first thing they ask for. Second thing is all your pick swaps. So all your first-round picks, all your pick swaps, 1 and 2. And then number 3 is Kel'el Ware. That's the first player they're going to ask for. That's the first player they're going to demand. So don't even try to talk about a Giannis Heat trade if you're not sending Kel'el Ware. And if anybody says, oh, I'm not trading Kel'el Ware for Giannis, you are psychopath. And I actually refuse to talk basketball with you. I'm sorry. I know that's harsh. But if you are someone who legitimately would not trade Kel'el Ware because you like his future for Giannis Antetokounmpo, you are a psycho that doesn't know the sport. So I'm sorry if that's harsh, but it's the truth of the matter. If you are withholding Kel'el Ware for Giannis, don't talk basketball with me. Because that means you're basically saying he is the most untouchable player in the NBA. That's what you're saying. Because Giannis is like the third best tradable player in the NBA. Like, the fact that he could be available is ludicrous in its own right. to be honest. It's ludicrous in its own right. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, players that would be more valuable in a trade than him. Like, maybe, probably Wemby. Like, SGA's on that same tier. Like, I think Giannis, like, who's more valuable, Giannis or Luka? I honestly don't know. I'd probably lean Giannis. Like, that's how I feel. Maybe I know Luka's younger, but it's like one of those things, man. So anyway, that's my soapbox for the day. That's my soapbox for the day. All right. Well, time to tell you about our sponsor on today's show. So give me 1 second to get that queued up. And let's tell you about PrizePicks on today's show. Today's show is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the holiday season, best time of the year, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. And while we're all making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is offering a new feature, early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. There are so many different ways you can play. Flex play, power play. I'm going power play today to try to have the biggest payout. I'm going less than Desmond Bane points, 20.5. More than Kel'el Ware rebounds at 9.5. And then more than Norman Powell points at 22.5. We'll take a look at my lineup as the game goes on. But download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. Link is in the description and comments of today's stream. Shout out to PrizePicks and let me know who you got. Also, the live poll on today's stream. So go get down in the comment section and vote today for me. Who you got? MIA for the Heat. ORL for the Magic. 96% of the live poll going with the Heat. I see Ty Man saying MIA. Apachito going MIA. Miami Sports MIA. Slaying Cat Miami. Malachi Francis Miami. Hot Dog Miami. Marie Miami. Ethan Miami. Tyson Miami. Wasim going with Miami. Dwayne Arthur going Miami. Oh, a lot of people out in Miami today. I haven't seen anybody go with the Magic yet. That's a good thing. I did mention the Heat are 5.5-point underdogs tonight as Paolo Banchero returns to the lineup. It's a big game in the Eastern Conference standings. Miami 14-8 after the loss on Wednesday. Orlando 13-9. This is also the second of, I think, 5 matchups this year. And you say 5, Nick, how is there 5 matchups? You only play a division opponent 4 times a year. Well, the Heat and Magic are going to play this upcoming Tuesday, December 9th, because, well, that is an NBA Cup quarterfinal game. That is how the seedings prevailed. Miami and Orlando in Orlando on Tuesday. So the Heat will play their 4 scheduled in-division games and then have that 5th game against the Magic this upcoming Tuesday. Miami already lost the opening game of the season to Orlando. Hopefully they're able to get a win tonight and, more importantly, get a win on Tuesday night so they could advance to Las Vegas to play on Saturday the 13th in the semifinals of the NBA Cup against either the Knicks or Raptors. So, a lot to play for over the next couple of games. That is for sure. That is for sure. It'll be important that Miami rebounds the ball well today. The Magic averaged 44.7 rebounds a game. That's 13th best in the NBA. Ironically, Miami is actually a top 7 rebounding team in the NBA. They've been elite in terms of their rebound ability when they have both Bam and Ware in the lineup. Obviously, in those 5 or 6 games that Bam missed due to his injury, the Heat were one of the worst rebounding teams in the NBA in that little stretch. But when Ware and Bam are both playing basketball, well, simply put, the Heat are an elite rebounding team. So you hope to see that continue. You hope to see that continue because rebounding is certainly an important aspect, and we've seen how Miami's able to really have it pay off in dividends for them when they have everybody healthy. Super chat menu on today's show. Any super chat is a raffle ticket. $10, we're bringing back 10 push-ups. $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. Do we have any Hall of Famers in the building today? We had Apachito. There's a Hall of Famer. We had the Slain Cat. That's a Hall of Famer. We had Wasim Khan. That's a Hall of Famer. Those were the 3 Hall of Famers that we've seen in the building today. Shout out to you guys. If you want to get onto the Heat Hall of Fame board, $20 super chat is how you do it. We greatly appreciate any donation. It goes a long way to help grow the channel. It gives us more opportunities to go live, do more giveaways, because we are starting to do more giveaways on the channel because of the support you guys have given us. The giveaway for this month is going to be a raffle for this little Heat banner. You can hang in your room. You can hang in your man cave, wherever you want. It's pretty sweet, detailing the Miami Heat logos. We're going to raffle that off at the end of the month of December. If you want to get into that raffle to get a ticket, a chance to win, as I mentioned earlier, any raffle ticket is had by getting any super chat. All right, make sure you have hit that thumbs up icon as well if you're ready for the game. Show me by hitting that like button. We had over 105 people watching and only 22 likes. Come on, let's get that number up. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get to 50 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon if you want the Heat to win and you're ready for the game. Come on. Come on. Help me out, folks. Ty, man, by the way, as long as you're here tonight, anytime you see a guy like that, Birkins or whatever, or someone impersonating me, because that is what Birkins used to do all the time. Like, he would just change his profile to me and act as like he's my name. Just ban him if you're in the building. Ty, man. I'm going to do it. I just did it the first time, but if you're in the building, you can do it too. I'll give you permission on that guy, Ty, man. But let's get that like number up, man. Let's get to 50. Come on. Come on. We're at 30. Let's get to 50. As we are about 12 minutes away from getting this game tipped off. A little bit of an earlier game on a Friday. Usually when Miami plays on Friday nights at home, it's a 8 p.m. Eastern time tip. But today in Orlando, it's a 7 p.m. Eastern time tip. So a little bit earlier, which I'm not going to complain about. Game tipping off at 6:11 my time in Central Time, 7:11 for you guys. I enjoy getting off a little bit earlier on a Friday night, if you will, instead of getting home at 10 o'clock. Get home around at 9:15, and it's a nice change. Cav, yeah, starting lineup for the Heat today is Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware. No Tyler Herro tonight, so they insert Kel'el Ware into the starting lineup with Norman Powell returning. The Magic go double big, so the Heat look to answer themselves. Magic starting lineup, Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. So works out perfectly. Kel'el Ware defends Wendell Carter. Bam Adebayo guards Paolo Banchero, someone he's defended very well throughout his career. It's also Banchero's first game back after missing 10 straight with an injury. Wiggins guards Wagner. Norman Powell will likely defend Jalen Suggs, and you'll likely see Davion Mitchell, the pest that he is, defend Desmond Bane in that backcourt. So those are the starting lineups for both teams tonight. Miami matches up pretty well with Orlando. We'll see if the Heat can get a win here after losing to them on opening night. Ironically, also in Orlando. So Heat are going to play the Magic 5 times this year, and 3 of them are going to be in Orlando, and it's going to be the first 3 games. Opening night, obviously tonight, and then on Tuesday in the NBA Cup. And then the last 2 games later on in the year between these 2 division rivals will be in the 305. So that's certainly a good thing. Predict the score for me. Who wins and what's the score? Who wins and what's the score tonight? Who wins and what is the score tonight? I don't always pick the Heat to win, but I feel like they bounce back and win today. I really do. I'll give you my score prediction here in just 1 second, but let me hear yours. Let me hear yours. Tyson saying 130, 117 Heat. Ty Man saying 116-98 Heat. I'll tell you one thing. If the Heat win, I do not think it will be a blowout, but we'll see. Heat do play tomorrow back at home in Miami. Second night of a back-to-back. They're hosting the Sacramento Kings. Hopefully they'll be able to win, honestly, both of the games, but at worst, one of each. Split the two of the back-to-back. Kings have not been that good this season. That's a game Miami should absolutely be able to win. Slaying Cat going Miami 115-104. KAV 122-113 Heat. Lord Buddy Bear, the legend, says 117-39 Heat. I don't know if that's a typo, but that'd be quite the win. Could you imagine holding a team in 48 minutes of basketball to 39 points? That would be the most historic thing to ever happen. Cav says, I see Miami in the conference finals against the Pistons. We'll see. I think it's possible. Miami, I think, might need to upgrade and make a trade in order to have a position or a team to do that, but we'll see. No typo, says LBB. That would be quite the win, man. That would be quite the win. That would be quite the win. Rome March going 138, 110. Vincent says, drink up. Well, listen, I don't do it for free around here, man. If you guys super chat, I'll drink. But if not, I'll just drink my water. Stay hydrated. I think I'm going to Heat. I think the Heat win this game. You know what? I'm going 117-115. It's going to be an absolute nail biter. 117-115 Heat win, my prediction. That's my prediction. 117-115. This was a real close game on opening night. Magic just got that win. See if it changes today. Manuel Kawhi coming to Miami. There is some buzz out there. I'll say this for all the people that are asking me about Giannis, asking me for Kawhi. Stay tuned. I filmed a video already earlier today before the live show that's going out tomorrow. I'm going to put it out around if you're setting your alarms. Just kidding. But I'm putting around, I think, 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, a video about the latest surrounding Giannis Antetokounmpo and even a potential Kawhi Leonard Heat trade as well. So we're talking Giannis and Kawhi, about a 17-minute video that I have filmed earlier today, going out tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So be on the lookout for that, folks. Be on the lookout for that. Not going to give away my thoughts or what the video is about, but yeah, that's going out tomorrow. So you're just going to have to wait and see. First super chat of the day. Shout out to M Sports Review, a Hall of Famer. He gets another raffle ticket for the month-long raffle for that Man Cave Heat item. Shout out M Sports Review. You're a legend. Do you think Kaz will fit this offense well when he starts playing? I say 122, 118 Miami. Yeah, I actually think it fits him really good. I got to be honest. There's certain players that I think this Heat offense benefits more than others, for sure. I think this offense benefits Davion Mitchell a ton. I think it benefits Bam Adebayo a ton because he's getting way more space to work with and work faster, getting way more open jumpers rather than having to be the guy who just sets a million screens for everybody and does dribble handoffs with Duncan Robinson and Tyler Herro nonstop. So Bam's a massive contributor and beneficiary to this new offense. I think Kaz, when he is trusted to get real minutes or thrusted into the lineup, yeah, I think it will work really well for him because when you watch his tape, sure, he operates in the pick and roll extremely well, but his specialty is his vision and his ability to pass and him pushing the pace in transition, even after a miss, and they outlet it to him. He will be able to move. He'll move the ball well. He's not a selfish basketball player, so he always makes the right play, whether it's taking the shot, driving to the rim, finding teammates, driving with a purpose to score and kick it out to teammates. I think that he will really play well in this offense, but he just has to be given the opportunity. So appreciate that, but that is something I really do think. Bryce Blackwell with a $2 super chat. Shout out to you, Bryce. You get in the raffle. Giannis won't come here unless Bam is here, in my opinion. We'll see. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I completely agree. I've said this the entire time that, listen, would I trade Bam for Giannis? I would. There's like 3 players that I would trade, maybe 2 players I would trade Bam for. Gotta be honest. Like I would trade Bam for Giannis, and I'd trade Bam for like SGA maybe. Like that's it. So in terms of like acquiring a piece, if we were to trade it Bam because we're selling and we need to take in like 5 draft picks, like that's a different story. But if you're trying to upgrade the roster, I think it's like Bam, like you don't really trade Bam for anyone. But Giannis would be on that short list. But also you're trading for Giannis because he'd want to come to Miami to play with Bam. So you're not trading him for him. So I would, but that's not what we're doing here. So you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how Brian Aycock in the building. What's up, Aycock? How you doing, my friend? You ready for Sunday? Hope you are. Hope you are. Romart says we don't need Giannis. You're out of your fucking mind. Out of your mind. Every team in the NBA needs Giannis Antetokounmpo. There is not one team, even the Oklahoma City Thunder, need Giannis. They don't need him to win, but like every team in the NBA should trade Giannis for Giannis. Like if you're the Thunder, why wouldn't you trade Chet Holmgren and draft picks for Giannis? Your team becomes infinitely better. You would never lose. Like they're 21-1 or whatever it is right now. I legitimately think they would beat the Warriors' record of 73-9. If they traded Chet Holmgren and some other young guys and had a team of like in all their draft picks, they have like a gazillion picks. They trade Chet Holmgren and like 7 first-round picks for Giannis. They would never lose a game. So, the idea that the Heat don't need Giannis is ridiculous. Rome, you're out of your mind, dude. You're out of your fucking mind. The Heat were playing really well before Herro came back, yeah, but that team's still not winning a title. It gets swept against the Oklahoma City Thunder. It gets swept. They would sweep us. Sweep us, man. Which would be more dangerous, Wemby and Giannis or SGA and Giannis? I think SGA and Giannis. After Jets, Aycock. It's Jets. I think Shea, because you'd have that two-man ability of the guard and big. Now, Wemby and Giannis would be very physically imposing, obviously, and just like be an unbelievable defensive duo and offensive duo in the way they put pressure on the rim. But you have a guard and big two-man game like SGA and Giannis, like, good night. Good night. Nobody, like, the real best duo would be like if the Nuggets somehow traded for Giannis and you had Jokic and Giannis together. Like, that would be disgusting. That's probably the craziest one. All right, we're about 2 minutes away from getting this game tipped off. If you're ready for the game, spam those me's. Who's ready? Who's ready for the game? Spam those me's. Starting lineups for each team for Miami. They're going Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware with Tyler Herro out due to a toe injury. Orlando Magic getting Paolo Banchero back, starting Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. We see Slaying Cat, we see Bryle, we see Kane Angel, we see Hot Dog, we see Macmon, Ty Man, BB, Chico Lake. Shout out to everybody in the building spamming those me's. We're about to get underway in Orlando. Second matchup of the season between the in-state rivals. Miami lost the first one. It was also in Orlando on opening night. It was a close battle. Heat wearing their red unis tonight. Orlando going with their baby blues. We're officially ready to get tipped off in Miami, and it's your last time to get, or in Orlando, I should say, and it's time to get your votes in. Who you got? MIA for the Heat, ORL for the Magic. Magic win the tip and start with the ball. Matchups are exactly what I said in the pregame, and it is immediately out of bounds. Bam Adebayo got his hand on a pass that goes out of bounds. There'll be 11 seconds on the shot clock for Orlando here on their opening possession. Powell defending Suggs. Wiggins on Wagner. Bam on Banchero. Suggs lines up a right wing three, and that is how we get today's scoring started, folks. Norman Powell just fell asleep, didn't guard the inbounder after he passed it in, got it right back for an open look. Andrew Wiggins now swings it over to Powell. Wiggins really struggled on Wednesday. Powell tries a contested three, comes up short. Rebound Orlando, here comes Bane the other way. Suggs in the corner, drives baseline, and is... Oh, I thought he was fouled, but they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Miami. Adebayo had his hands in the passing lanes once again. 2 deflections for Bam already in this one. And then it's turned over by Suggs, but a late whistle. They call Davion Mitchell on a hold, grabbing Desmond Bane. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let's hope Powell doesn't fall asleep on the inbounds this time. He doesn't. Wagner in the mid-post, guarded by Wiggins. Wagner double-teamed, and it's thrown into the backcourt. Turnover forced. Excellent double by Bam Adebayo. Forces Wagner to throw it too hot for Banchero. It's a turnover on the Magic. Wiggins inbounds it into Mitchell. Mitchell drives, loses the handle, but regains control. Now attacks on Banchero. Scoops inside and gets it to go. Excellent drive and finish for Davion Mitchell. And that is how Miami gets their first bucket of the game. Desmond Bane driving on Powell. Gets 2 feet in the paint. Swung around in the perimeter. It's now Suggs. Suggs. Fouled. No foul. Adebayo with the board. Outlet Mitchell. Heat running. Swung to Norman Powell. He drives inside. Running floater. Good. And the Heat have their first lead of the game. I thought there was a foul that Suggs drew there, but officials let him play. All right, we'll take that one. It's a makeup call for the last foul on Mitchell. That wasn't real. Banchero lines up a three and drains it. Not the most efficient three-point shooter, but hits that one. Heat trail 6-4. Kel'el Ware over to Powell. Now over to Mitchell. Mitchell working on Desmond Bane. Crosses over, gets inside, and scoops home a layup. What an impressive finish by Davion Mitchell. He's got 4 of the Heat's first 6 points. Suggs lines up a three. That one's too strong. Ware corrals the rebound. Outlet Davion Mitchell. Lob ahead to Bam. Adebayo's got position, and he puts it up and in. And Bam's on the board, and the Heat up 8-6. Banchero has the mismatch, finds the double, and Wendell Carter Jr. cuts in for an easy bucket. Back and forth action here. Heat shooting 4 of 5 from the field. Orlando 3 of 5. Wiggins, left wing. He'll line up his first shot and knocks it down. Good to see Andrew Wiggins make his first attempt after being horrible on Wednesday. Now he gets a stop. Wagner misses inside. Bam with the board. Adebayo turns it over. And then the Magic go out in transition and get an easy layup. Come on, Bam. If you're going to turn it over, get back on defense. Mitchell lobbing. Ware slamming. And Ware's on the board. What a feed by Davion Mitchell. Suggs the other way. He gets it up and in. Defense optional tonight, folks. My God. Powell inside the other way. He scoops it home. No one wants to play defense. (15-12), only 4 minutes into the game. Wendell Carter over to Desmond Bane. Back to Carter. Free throw line jumper. It's good. I mean, both teams are unconscious from the field. No one's missing, but there's also no defense being played either. It was a walk-in and wide-open jumper. Wiggins attacks. Kicks it out to Adebayo. Wiggins gets it back. Now attacks to the corner for Ware. Back to Bam. Adebayo double-teamed. Out to Mitchell. Mitchell deep 2. That's the first good defensive possession we've seen all night. And then the Heat don't get back, but there's a foul. I think Bam might have tweaked something here. Bam didn't get back, and he's kind of like moving his foot around. And we'll have our first substitution of the game. It's Anthony Black. Bam will stay in, but like he didn't get back on defense there, and he's clearly looking at something. Ooh, his right foot landed on Wendell Carter's, and it kind of slipped. Could be just like a little roll. We'll monitor the situation. Heat by 1. Bane inside. Lays it up and in. I mean, there's just no defense being played. It's kind of disgusting. I hate it. Now the Heat can't inbound the ball, but they finally do before they get a 5-second call on them. Magic don't defend. Wiggins wide open right wing 3. He can't knock it home, though. Wagner attacks Adebayo and hits the running floater. That's a tough bucket. I mean, both teams can't miss. Powell turns it over. Oh, yeah, it is going to be a turnover. So turnover on Miami. I mean, look at the start in this one. Heat are shooting 7 of 10. Magic 8 of 11. Magic are 2 of 3 from 3. Heat are 1 of 3. That's the difference. And the fact that Miami has 2 turnovers. That's the difference. Another $5 super chat from M Sports Review. Shout out to him. He's a legend. Another raffle ticket. Herro and Wiggins for De'Aaron Fox at the deadline. For De'Aaron Fox, okay. Oh, no, here we go. And then Simone and Dru Smith for Malik Monk. That former trio. Oh, you're trying to get the Kentucky trio together. Bam, Fox, and Monk. Teammates at Kentucky in 2017. Oh, I don't know why that switched. I don't know if that makes... I don't think that would happen. I know it's fun to speculate. But certainly I don't think that's a good idea. Plus, I don't think the Spurs trade De'Aaron Fox. I speculated they might because if they really like Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, but I mean, De'Aaron Fox has been incredible this year, so I don't think they're going to trade him. I think they're going to be trading him. All right, folks, if you want the Heat to win tonight, hit that thumbs up button. We got 288 people in the building and only 67 likes. Let's get to 100 likes right now. Come on. Takes 1 second to hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes during the timeout. $100 likes during the timeout. Let's go. $80 likes. Let's get to 100. We're going to keep on asking until we get to 100 likes. So sooner we get there, sooner we'll stop talking about it. Just need 19. Come on, let's get to that 100 like mark. You know what? If we get to 100 likes in the next 2 minutes. 6:21. By 6:23, if we get to 100 likes, I'll take a shot tequila. 17 likes in 2 minutes. Let's go. Magic Ball. They have a couple more substitutions. Tristan De Silva, the second-year man out of Colorado, in. Miami makes a change. Jaime Jaquez in for Bam. Wonder if that's just a rest or if it's because of that little foot slippage. We'll keep you monitored. Anthony Black to the corner. De Silva, catch and shoot three. Comes up short. Rebound Miami. Davion Mitchell swings it to Wiggins. Wiggins probes inside. Floater. No. Had Ware for a lob there. Wiggins has got to pass that, dude. Wiggins fucking drives me nuts. He's so good sometimes, but he's also horrible sometimes. Pass the ball, dude. Wagner misses the floater on the other end. Rebound down to Ware. Halfway through this first quarter, Heat down by 3. Norman Powell driving on Suggs. His floater, no good. And the rebound falls to Orlando. We got 20 seconds. Can we get 8 likes? Suggs lines up a 3. No. Rebound will go to Miami after Badazzi knocks it out of bounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our latest like update. Nope, not going to happen. No shot. Norman Powell foul. That's got to be in the act of shooting. That should be 3 free throws for Norman Powell. $5 super chat from Pigeon Base. Shout out to Pigeon Base. You get a raffle ticket. I'm sorry, but did Franz Wagner make fun of us via a doodle? I'm lost. I have no clue what you're referring to. Powell will be at the line for 3 here, so opportunity to tie the game up at 18 apiece. Makes the first. I have no clue what you're referring to. Powell's second free throw, good. So final one here with a chance to tie the game up. Exactly, Dre. I said this on my show yesterday. Andrew Wiggins is the most inconsistent player, I think, in the NBA. He's either like a guy that looks like an all-star, or he's a guy that looks borderline unplayable. Powell makes all 3, so we're tied at 18. Speaking of Andrew Wiggins, he takes a seat on the bench. Pelle Larsson subs in for the first time tonight. Wagner curling, couldn't get it. Now Anthony Black. Black inside, lobs for Badazzi, and they had to throw a slam. Norman Powell driving, hanging, and blocked out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call a foul. So Norman Powell going right back to the charity stripe with a chance to tie this game up. And the Orlando Magic are actually going to call a timeout to challenge this play. So they must feel very confident. It is not a foul, and it will be all out of bounds off of Miami, and it will be Magic ball because you don't challenge this early in the game to not get the ball back. You know what I mean? Well, I love that they're showing the coaches challenge, and then there's a fucking graphic up about coaches challenge from Sprite that blocks the entire contact, so I can't have no clue. Just great broadcast stuff, guys. Great work. We'll use the second timeout in the first quarter to tell you about our sponsor on today's stream. Today's show is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the holiday season, best time of the year, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. And while we're all making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is offering a new feature, early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. You You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. There are so many different ways you can play. Flex play, power play. I'm going power play today to try to have the biggest payout. I'm going less than Desmond Bane points, 20.5, more than Kel'el Ware rebounds at 9.5, and then more than Norman Powell points at 22.5. We'll take a look at my lineup as the game goes on. But download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. Link is in the description and comments of today's stream. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's stream. If you have not already, hit that sub button. Over 320 people watching. I'm Nick Roloff. We go live for as many Heat games as possible. Our next live show will be on Tuesday against the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Yeah. If we win that game on Tuesday, we'll advance to the semifinals of the NBA Cup. So if you had to ask me which game against Orlando is more important to win, tonight or Tuesday, the answer would be, without a question, Tuesday, December 9th. But we'll see. See if on the replay here I can see it. Successful challenge for the Orlando Magic. It is no foul and out of bounds off of the Heat. So Magic ball. Dru Smith into the game out of the timeout. And the Heat go into a 2-3 zone look defensively. And it immediately results in a Goga Badatsi slam because Ware gambled for a steal and didn't get it. So Heat down 4. Looks like the Magic are borderline in his zone. Ware turns it over. What a fucking terrible minute for Kel'el Ware. Anthony Black brings it up now for the Magic. Heat still in his zone, trailing by 4 here early. Magic are on a 10-3 run. Wagner swings to the corner. De Silva wide open, and it's good. I hate the fucking 2-3 zone. I really do. Bam's set to check back in, so that injury, nothing serious, hopefully. Or at all. And Miami's calling a timeout? (13-3) run for the Magic. And the Heat call a timeout, trailing by 7 here with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. I don't know why Eric Spoelstra called a timeout middle possession. Usually you don't see that. Must have not liked what he saw. Must have not liked what he saw. Uneasy start here defensively. Magic getting anything they want. I mean, that was the story on Wednesday against the Mavs too, right? Maverick shot around 50% from 3. What are your guys' thoughts on LeBron James' 10-point streak coming to an end last night? All right, about to return here from timeout. Dru Smith driving inside, bumped, he turns it over. Awesome stuff out of a timeout, guys. Heat into a man defense this time. Anthony Black driving, loses the ball out of bounds. How is that not our ball? I think we should challenge this. Miami won't. I didn't get to see a replay, but that looked pretty clearly live off Orlando. 6 on the shot clock. Jalen Suggs working on Jaquez. Tough contested shot. Good defense there. Rebound Miami. They have numbers if they push. 5 on 4. Adebayo. Cut off and the Heat reset. Jaquez in the corner, backing down Wagner's. Fades away from 8 feet and knocks down the jumper. Good move there by Jaquez, and that's his first bucket of the night. Wagner returns, blocked by Adebayo. Once again, he'd have numbers, 5 on 3. What is Norman Powell doing? Oh my goodness. He gets it to Bam. Bam triple teamed inside, has to kick it out. That's so bad by Powell to not find an open player. Now he kicks it to Adebayo, corner 3, and it's good! Adebayo, who's been knocking down threes consistently, hits his first of the game. Anthony Black the other way, misses a dunk, but they call a foul. What the fuck are these officials, dude? What a block by Bam defensively, and that was so bad by Norman Powell. We had a 5 on 3 because bodies were on the deck, and we couldn't get an easy layup out of it. Now, we ended up getting a 3 from Bam in the half court, but still ridiculous. No challenge from Miami on that foul, so Anthony Black at the line. He makes the first. And Simone Fontecchio will check in for the first time tonight. Norman Powell takes a seat. Two of 2 at the line for Black there, so the lead back up to 4 for Orlando. Jaquez driving on Desmond Bane, finds a cutting Fontecchio, who scoops home a lefty layup. Great cut, good feed. That's how you have good half-court offense there. Banchero over to Tyus Jones. Anthony Black now, who's been playing really good basketball off the bench for the Magic as of late. He's become a real threat as their 6th man. He's guarded by Larsson with 4 on the shot clock. Drives inside, cut off. Good D by Larsson, and it's a travel. What a defensive possession there by Pelle Larsson to force the turnover. Former top 10 pick out of Arkansas. I really liked Anthony Black coming out of college. I'm a sucker for tall point guards that can defend. It's the second turnover by the Magic. Larsson driving and finds a cutting Jaquez. Jaquez now isolating on Desmond Bane. Gets position inside, goes up strong, but can't finish. Orlando pushing the pace the other way. Under 2 to go here in opening quarter. Desmond Bane been quiet tonight, only has 2 points. Gets a screen by Carter. Bane now to the corner. It's Tyus Jones. He drives baseline. His floater, too strong. Rebound, good board by Adebayo. Heat up and running. Fontecchio, right wing 3 for the lead. Way off. Air ball. Orlando looking for the counter punch. But good transition defense from Miami forced them to slow it down. Tyus Jones lines up a 3 and knocks it home. Dru Smith the other way. Loses the handle, gets it back, drops it off to Adebayo, who hits the corner jumper. Should say elbow jumper. 30-27. Adebayo with 7 points here in the opening 12 minutes. 3 of 3 from the field. 38 seconds to go here. Anthony Black with 5 on the shot clock takes a deep 3. No good. Rebound Miami. And now they'll hold for their last possession of the quarter. There's a 5-second differential between the game and shot clock. Back and forth first quarter here. Orlando leading by 3. Dru Smith dribbling out the clock. Now goes to work on Tyus Jones. Drives. Gets to the rim. A lot of contact, no call. How is that not a foul? And now there's a late whistle. I mean, it's the right call. If I'm a Magic fan, I would be incensed because of how late that foul came in. But, I mean, that was egregious that it took so long. He gets crushed by Anthony Black. Absolutely crushed. And now 2 free throws coming for Miami. With 8 seconds to go here in the first. Dru Smith makes the first. Heater 4-4 at the line today so far. Dru Smith misses the second. 5 on the clock. Desmond Bane the other way. Over to Tyus Jones. Works around to Banchero at the buzzer. No good. And that was how the first quarter comes to a close. Orlando leads 30-28. Back and forth, high scoring early. Ultimately slowed down. The Magic did shoot 50% in the quarter. Miami shot above 50%. But the difference in this one are the turnovers. Miami with 5 first quarter turnovers compared to the Orlando Magic 2. That's the difference. Heat would be winning this game if they didn't turn the ball over. How mad was I on Wednesday when the Mavs beat the Heat? I was furious. I mean, I said it on our live show earlier, and I also tweeted it out. The Heat are 0-4 in Dallas since I moved down here. I moved down here in the 2022-23 season, September of 2022. So this is now the 4th year that Miami has come to Dallas. I've gone to every game they've been here. They've lost every single one of them. They lost last year to the Mavericks, a team, by the way, which their best player was like Kyler Kelly. Like the Mavs were so injured at that point in the season. That loss was embarrassing. I mean, I would consider the loss on Wednesday a little bit of an embarrassment. They shouldn't have lost that game. They're the better team. They got blown out the first year I came to Dallas by like 25. And then the second year, so the 23-24 season, it was a close game, but Luka Doncic had a crazy triple-double, and the Mavs won. So, yeah, it just hasn't gone well. Hasn't gone well for Miami in Dallas whenever I go to the games. For whatever reason, they hate me. Whatever the reason, they hate me. Make sure you have hit that thumbs up button, folks. Come on, we got almost 500 people watching, and we only have 109 likes. If you want the Heat to win tonight, get a big bounce-back W against the division rival Orlando Magic. Big game. Magic are 13-9. Heat are 14-8. So, I mean, Magic win this game, they'll have the same record as Miami and be 2-0 against the Heat this year. Second quarter action starts. Adebayo in the mid-post. Knocks down the fall-away jumper. He is on fire to start this game. He's got 9 points on 4-4 shooting, leading the way for Miami offensively, and we're all square at 30. Desmond Bane swings it over to Anthony Black. They're trying to post up Banchero. They get it to him. They double him. Bane drives inside, misses the lefty layup. Rebound Miami. Pitch ahead to Larsson. Larsson lays it. Oh, he misses it. Now it will stay with the Heat off of Orlando, but Pelle Larsson just missed a point-blank layup. That is embarrassing. Blown transition opportunity for the Heat. Now they get it out of the baseline. Jaquez attacking Banchero, loses it out of bounds, and that's going to be another turnover on Miami. 6 turnovers in this game. Just terrible, terrible, terrible. Sloppy basketball. You'd be winning this game by 6 if you weren't sloppy tonight. Jaquez guarding Banchero. They try to get it to him. They can't. So it's a Tyus Jones pitch to Anthony Black. Black can't hit the floater, but gets his own rebound and then is fouled by Dru Smith. Don't know if they're going to call that in the act of shooting or on a pass. But another foul on Miami. It'll be free throws for the young point guard out of Arkansas. Another reason why it's an important game, I mentioned their record in division standings. The Heat are 4th in the Eastern Conference right now. Magic are 6th. So you would drop all the way down to the 6th or 7th spot in the East if you lose today. Still a long season to go, but just letting you guys know the latest updates in the standings. Anthony Black makes both free throws, 32-30. Remember, the Heat lost the first game of the season, which was against Orlando in Orlando, 125-121. Foul on the floor. Bam Adebayo draws one on Wendell Carter. Both teams are high scoring. The Heat are the second best offensive team in the league, points per game. Magic 8th. Dru Smith will inbound from the side here. They get it to Bam in the post. Bam faces up, now drives, takes a mid-range fall away, but comes up a bit short there. First missed attempt of the game on Bam. Desmond Bane swings it over Anthony Black. They're trying to get to Wendell Carter. It's in the corner now for De Silva. De Silva double-teamed. He throws it out to Bane. One more extra pass. It gets to the corner for Wendell Carter Jr., and he misses the 3. Great defense by Miami. Dru Smith with the rebound. He's pushing the pace. He now resets the offense. Dru Smith on a back cut to the rim. Lays it up with the left hand. Great cut by Dru Smith. Great feed by Fontecchio. Desmond Bane the other way. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound Miami. Fontecchio pushing the pace. Now they get it to Bam. Bam drives baseline. Bumped. No call, but flips it up and in. How is that not a foul? Should have been an and one. Officials wearing blue and white pinstripes tonight. Heat on a 9-2 run to take this 2-point lead. Tyus Jones probing. Floater knocks the game up. Jaquez working the other way. Now Bam lines up a 3. That one comes up a bit short. Don't like that shot whatsoever. I get Bam's feeling it right now, and he's the leading offensive guy in this unit, but I don't like a contested 3 early in the shot clock. Anthony Black attacks inside, hangs, and can't finish, but they're going to call Fontecchio on a foul. Macmon, am I seeing this correctly? Did you just give Bam a compliment? That's got to be the first time ever. Free throw good for Anthony Black. Dreaded says Bam is definitely not a leader, LOL. I don't know. Are you not a... I can't tell if you're, like, trying to rage bait or if you're not a Heat fan, but, like, Bam is literally the captain of the Miami Heat. So you are just either trying to rage bait or just really, really stupid. Dru Smith to the corner. Nobody's guarding Pelle Larsson, and he misses the 3 badly. And the Heat's 3-point struggles continue. Ever since Monday against the Clippers, they haven't been able to hit a shot. Magic punished Miami the other way with a Wendell Carter slam. Bam looking to attack, gets great position, and flips a lefty layup up and in. Well, then, Dredd, you're wrong. Like, listen, you might be a diehard Heat fan, but, like, I don't know what the hell you're fucking talking about in terms of Bam not being a leader. He's the captain of the team. Holy shit, that's got to be a technical. Wendell Carter Jr. just threw Jaquez to the floor. By the way, Bam just tied Glenn Rice, third all-time in points scored in Miami Heat history, so he will have sole possession of third place after the conclusion of this game, and he's 202 points away from becoming the all-time leader, or second leading scorer, only trailing Dwayne Wade. How is that not a flagrant or technical, or whatever you call it, on Wendell Carter Jr.? Fucking scumbag. Now I want to punish him even more. Wiggins in, by the way. Bam feeling it, facing up Carter on the left side. Bam isolating, driving, fouled, and one! Bam Adebayo! Fuck you, Wendell Carter! Get your ass out of the game! You can't guard Bam! Sorry ass motherfucker! Get him out! Bam to put Miami in front by one. He does, 39-38. Under 8 to go here in the opening half. Goga Badatsi now in for Carter. They had to get his sorry ass out. Anthony Black inside. Wow, what a tough finish for him. He's really playing good basketball as of late, and you see it tonight. He's got 8 points. Heat back down 1. Wiggins, left wing 3 off a Bam pass. Connects! Andrew Wiggins with his second three-pointer of the evening. And the Heat go in front by 2. Tristan Da Silva looking for the answer. Loses it. Ball still loose. Da Silva, bodies hit the deck, kicks it out to Black. And the Magic reset. 5 on the shot clock. Anthony Black going to work on Larsson. Step back 18-footer. No good. Rebound Adebayo. Pitch ahead pass to Fontecchio. A lot of contact. Physical game tonight. Let the boys play, I guess. Adebayo isolating. Deep 2. That one's a little strong. That's a bad shot by Bam. He's hot. He's feeling it. I don't mind the aggressiveness, especially when you're hot, but some of these shots are ill-advised. Missed 3 there by Jones. Great rebound by Wiggins, tipping it to Fontecchio. Fontecchio now tries a deep 3. Airball. Holy shit. Fontecchio's 0 for 2 from 3, and both of them are airballs. Simone Fontecchio is in a massive, massive shooting drought right now. He can't hit water if he fell off of a boat. First time out of the second quarter, tell you about today's sponsor. Today's show is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the holiday season, best time of the year, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. And while we're all making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is offering a new feature, early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. There are so many different ways you can play. Flex play, power play. I'm going power play today to try to have the biggest payout. I'm going less than Desmond Bane points, 20.5, more than Kel'el Ware rebounds at 9.5, and then more than Norman Powell points at 22.5. We'll take a look at my lineup as the game goes on. But download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. Link is in the description and comments of today's stream. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. My PrizePicks is pretty good right now. I mean, Ware's got to get 10 boards. He's got 2. I need Powell to score 23. He's got 7. And I have Desmond Bane less than 20.5, and he's got 2 on 1 of 4 shooting. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot here. But if you are just joining us, reminder on our Super Chat menu, any donations to the channel are greatly appreciated because it helps us go live more, helps us do more giveaways, helps us put out more content. And we like to give some return back to you guys donating to help us grow. Any Super Chat is a raffle ticket for our December month-long raffle, which is a little Heat banner of all the logos and team history. We'll raffle that off at the end of the month. $10, 10 push-ups and raffle tickets, and then $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame, gets you on the back side of the board here with all the other legends and Hall of Famers. You can get in more than once, and I take a shot tequila to celebrate. All right, we're about to get back in action here in the second quarter. Shout out to Bam Adebayo, though. I mentioned a second ago, now officially the 3rd leading scorer all-time in Heat history, passing Glenn Rice today. 200 points away from getting into number 2, only trailing Dwayne Wade. Wade with 21,000 career points with Miami. There's a chance Bam passes that if he stays his entire career with the Heat. Out of the timeout, Ware in. Bam takes a seat. The Heat go to a zone, and a missed Jalen Suggs 3. Rebound, Kel'el Ware. Norman Powell back in as well. He lines up a 3 and comes up way short. Heat really struggling from 3 tonight. They went nuclear against the Clippers on Monday, ice cold on Wednesday against the Mavs, and they're ice cold again tonight. Still lead by 2 with 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Jace Richardson, the rookie out of Michigan State, and Franz Wagner drives and gets a foul whistled, so he'll be going the line for 2. Holy shit, Gonzaga's beating Kentucky 41-18. My God. Wagner misses the first. Is this accurate? The Knicks are beating the Jazz 23-0. I've never seen that. That's insane. Wow, both free throws missed for Wagner, so the Heat retain their 2-point lead. Davion Mitchell driving, bank shot floater, good! Taking the Rook to school. Heat's lead is 4. I think it's the largest they've led tonight. Tristan Da Silva steps on the out-of-bounds line. A turnover, Orlando. Going back to Miami. Ball knocked out of bounds by Jalen Suggs. Stays with Miami. Yeah, Kentucky has not been good in the non-con. Every good opponent Kentucky has played, they've lost to. Norman Powell probing, kicking to Jaquez in the corner. Jaquez drives baseline, takes a bump, and hits the 6-foot fall away. Heat are on a 12-2 run over the last 3 minutes and now have a 6-point lead. And now the Magic turn it over. Da Silva throws it out of bounds. Yeah, Kentucky's lost to Louisville, Michigan State, getting blown out by Gonzaga. Norman Powell tries a 3. Bang! Powell from beyond the arc. And the Heat's lead is 9. The Heat can really go on a run quickly. And just like that, it's a 15-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes. And now there's a foul called. Wagner draws it. I think that should be on the floor, though. Are they giving him free throws? Oh, they are. That's suspect, dude. That's suspect, man. That was the 4th 3 of the game by Powell. Heat are shooting 4 of 11 from beyond the arc. Magic 4 of 13. Wagner just missed 2 free throws, makes that one. Yeah, MacMon. This isn't a bench unit. It's literally the starters and then just Jaquez instead of Bam. Both free throws that time by Wagner, good. Jaquez driving, good step through, no good. And then the rebound goes off of Kel'el Ware out of bounds. Still a 7-point Heat lead. 2-3 zone defensively. Miami shooting 54% from the field, holding to Orlando 44% shooting. Wagner to the rim, blocked by Ware. Oh, they call it goaltend. That hit the rim first? It certainly wasn't on the way down, or I assume he hit the backboard first. That's had to be the only explanation. Close the final 4 minutes strong. Let's take a nice lead into the half. Davion Mitchell gets a whistle. Foul on the floor. That's the 4th on Orlando this quarter. Should be in the bonus next foul. Norman Powell working on Jalen Suggs, driving, gets 2 feet in the paint, hangs, and finishes. What a pretty finish. Norman Powell in his ISO bag. Now Wagner at the elbow hits a little floater. Eight points now for Wagner. Mitchell the other way. Drives, kicks to Jaquez. Jaquez passes up a 3. Double teamed. Out to Powell. Left wing shot. No good, but a whistle. And we're going to the line for 3 with Norman Powell, who already has been fouled on a 3-point attempt tonight. Powell 5 of 5 at the, or excuse me, is he 3 of 3 or 5 of 5 at the line? 3 of 3. Chance to be 6 of 6 if he makes all 3 of these free throws to extend the Heat lead. Norman Powell is second in the NBA in fouls drawn on 3-point attempts. The only player that he trails is no one other than James Harden, who is the king of that. Powell makes the first free throw. And the second. Makes the third. So Powell 6 of 6 at the line. The Heat go back up by 8. Largest lead of this game for Miami was 9. The Heat are on a 20-8 run over the last 5 minutes. But Dotsie inside, loose ball, taken away by Jaquez. Good hands by Kel'el Ware. Heat in transition, Wiggins in the corner, driving, lots of contact, foul called, and Wiggins will go to the line with an opportunity to put Miami up by double digits. They missed Ware, though, I think, on a lob opportunity in transition, whether it was Jaquez or Wiggins. I actually think Jaquez made the right read, swinging it to Wiggins, because they collapsed on Ware, but I think that drive from Wiggins, he could have flipped it up to Ware. But I don't hate the aggressive take to the rim, because it was either you get fouled or you make a shot. Now, you got to make your fucking free throws, though, Andrew Wiggins. Holy shit. Wiggins is one of those stretches, man. Wiggins gets in the stretches where he looks like a demon, and then there's sometimes he looks like garbage truck. He misses both. Right now, he's a garbage man. He was a demon on Monday against the Clippers and Saturday against the Pistons. Garbage man on Wednesday and tonight. Make your free throws, dude. How was that a foul? A foul called on Davion Mitchell. Free throws coming for Orlando. They're in the bonus. He just slipped. And they call a foul on Davion Mitchell. Makes the first free throw. Three minutes to go in the first half. Bam and Adebayo back in. Heat got their starting lineup in, but Jaquez stays in instead of Davion Mitchell. Magic go to a 2-3 zone. Norman Powell drives inside, loses the handle, out to Ware, corner three, no good. Magic in transition, Desmond Bane to the rim, blocked by Wiggins, rebound by Ware, and he's fouled by Badazzi. And because the Heat are in the bonus, Ware will go to the charity stripe for two. That's one thing that Andrew Wiggins, even when he's playing very poorly on the offensive end, he can really be a rim protector at times. He had a great block on Wednesday against the Mavs, had a really nice block there. So, second timeout of the quarter here, 2:40 to go. Magic down 54-48. And when we return from timeout, it will be free throws for Mr. Kel'el Ware. Let's get some F Orlandos in the chat. You hate the Magic. You want to assert the dominance the Heat have of the number one team in Florida. Spam the F4, FORLs. Shout out Monty. Shout out Dredd. Phillip, Randy, Slaying Cat, Brian McKenna, Melvin. Phillip. Let's close this first half strong and take a nice lead into the break. Oh, that's a nice Bernie Vice ugly sweater right there, baby. I'm not the biggest ugly sweater guy, to be honest. Yeah, I've been keeping up with him a little bit. I can't say I've had the time to watch any G League games, but I've seen highlights. I've seen the stats. Lot to like with Kasparas, man. Lot to like. That's why I was so excited when we drafted him at 20, and I had him 6th overall on my big board when I did my NBA draft scouting this past cycle. Had him as my third point guard behind Dylan Harper and Jeremiah Fears, 6th overall. I don't remember. I can't remember who I had at number. I think I had Ace Bailey, so I can't remember who I had at 9. My top 8 prospects in this past draft was 1 Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper 2, VJ Edgecombe 3, Trey Johnson 4, Jeremiah Fears 5, Kasparas Jakucionis 6, Con Kneppel 7, and then Ace Bailey 8. I actually might have moved him down in my final rankings. I couldn't remember. So, I mean, I guarantee top 7. Kel'el Ware makes both free throws, so lead back up to 8 for Miami. Paolo Banchero driving on Jaquez. Airballs a floater. Ware with the rebound. Good defense by Triple J. Now the other way comes Miami. Jaquez driving on Wagner. Turns it over. Banchero in transition. Someone's got to stop ball. It's kicked to the corner, and now it's a trailing Wagner. He lines up a 3. Can't connect. And a rebound by Ware. They call a foul on Miami. on a box out. These refs have been horrible. Horrible. That is an all-time bad call. Badazzi makes the first free throw. Badazzi makes both. 56-50, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Norman Powell driving, fades away from 10 feet. That's not a good shot there. Now here comes Orlando. Banchero working on Jaquez. Backing him down. Heat send 2. Banchero with a fadeaway deuce. Norman Powell over to the corner. Wiggins lines up a 3. No good for Wiggins. And here come their magic. Oh, Wiggins with a steal and a dunk. There you go, Wiggs. Read the eyes of Banchero. Banchero with a lazy pass in the backcourt. And Wiggins with the pick 6. 8 points now for Wiggins. Badazzi, little shot fake and dunk. That was a good move. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Bam, isolating on Banchero. Directing the flow of the offense. Now over to Jaquez. Jaquez attacks. Has good position in the paint. Kicks out to Ware. It's a deep 2, and it doesn't go. 4-point Heat lead. Magic looking to go 2 for 1. Wagner is going to take a step back 3 and connects. And just like that, we're to a 1-point game. It's a 9-2 Orlando run in the last 90 seconds. 10-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Jaquez driving, spinning on Bane. Fadeaway jumper at the free throw line. Oh, that's true. Pretty move by Jaquez to put Miami up 3. Shot clock now turned off with 15 seconds to go in the half. Heat leads 60-57. Get a stop and take the lead into the break. Bane gets a screen from Wagner. Now Banchero. Bane turns it over. Bam with the steal. Half-court buzzer beater. Does not go. But an excellent defensive possession to close that half. And that is how we end the first 24 minutes of this game. Heat lead 60-57. Back and forth first 24 minutes between two in-state Eastern Conference rivals. Grade the Heat's performance so far. A, B, C, D, or F. I'll go B. I'll go B. I'll go B. Israel B. Wolf says A. Kunai says B. Tyson B. Macbon B+. Hot Dog B. Dominic C+. Colin B. Slang Cat A-. Time Man and Mannix both say B. Oh, I'll tell you what. You know how I know I'm old? I'm just 25, by the way. I haven't played basketball in a while, and I was off on Wednesday. And before the Heat Mavericks game, I went and played basketball for the first time like a month and a half, 2 months at LA Fitness. And I'm still sore from Wednesday, all over the body. Hips, legs. Sad. I'm cooked. 25-year-old wash product. Now, with that being said, I would still cook all of you guys, and none of you guys can guard me. But the next day, I would be sore. We'll look at some first half stats here in a second. Brian McKenna giving it a B+ grade. Apachito, B-. Jocelyn says, you're not old, I'm out of shape. That couldn't be more true. I literally run 4 times a week. I run 3 miles every time. So, out of shape? No. Just haven't played basketball in a while. It's different movements. Thank God no Jovic minutes. Yeah, he's been bad, man. Everyone's saying 3 miles ain't shit to warm up. I guarantee none of you guys run 3 miles 4 times a week. So, I guarantee it. I mean, you guys are, it's just, you guys are trolling. I understand it. It's funny, good stuff. But, I mean, keyboard warriors, man. What are they doing here? Bam Adebayo doing putting? The halftime show? Heat compete? What's going on here? I'll be honest, I don't believe a word any of you guys say in the chat when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, I do actually know. I do know. I don't believe anything most of you guys say because you guys are just people who hide behind keyboards. And I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching out. But, like, here's the truth of the matter here, folks. You guys have these profiles that no one knows who you are. I'm up here. You know what I look like. You know what I sound like. I have no clue what you guys could be. You guys could be 67 years old. I have no clue. You guys could be 500 pounds. I have no clue. You guys could be 15. I have no clue. But you know exactly what I look like and how old I am and how I talk. That's the difference. I don't believe anything you guys say when it comes to that type of stuff. Not a single thing. Not a single thing. We could talk hoops, but when it comes to that type of stuff, man, I don't believe a thing you guys do. Like, someone the other day, ready for this comment? It was hysterical. On Dolphins, said something about my hairline being bad. And so I clicked on his profile just for fun. Because, like, listen, I don't claim to have the most crispy hairline. It's not a bad hairline. I clicked on it. The guy was 500 pounds and hairy as shit. It's like, dude, no offense, buddy, but you should not be talking about looks. First half stats as a team, Miami shooting above 50% from the field. They've been excellent. Not many three-point shots falling for each team. Both squads shooting under about 33%. It's not ideal there. Both teams getting to the line, 12 of 14 for the Magic, 10 of 13 for the Heat. Heat rebounding well. Not a lot of second chance opportunities. Both teams just have only 1 offensive rebound. Miami, much better in the turnover department. They had 5 turnovers in the first quarter, only 1 turnover in the second quarter. They have 6 on the game. Magic had 2 turnovers after the first quarter and had 5 in the second quarter. So that's how Miami was able to go from down 2 after the first 12 minutes to up 3 at the half. Turnovers switched, and now they're much more even. It's really an even game. I mean, three-pointers the same, basically. Field goal shooting almost the same. Free throws practically the same. Rebounding only a difference of 2. Same amount of offensive rebounds. Turnovers and assists only within 1 of each other. I mean, it's just been really, really crazy. It's been a really close, crazy game. It's been a close, crazy game. Rick says just flexing 3 miles is funny. You realize if you run 3 miles 4 times a week, which is what I do at bare minimum, which means that's 12 miles a week. You know that's probably in the top 1% of the entire world in terms of miles run per week. So maybe you should give yourself more credit if you do that as well then, if you want to claim that. The amount of people that don't do any type of cardio, let alone running, and let alone doing 3 miles, doing a 5K every time you run, I mean, it's like 1% of the population. Exactly, young Fargo. That's why Appuccino, that's why it's always respect. Anybody who has their real face or person in their profile earns a massive respect points for me in terms of on YouTube. The people that just have the letters with their initials or a avatar photo that isn't them, I don't not respect them. It's just that I don't take it. If like you're gonna comment on personal matters, I don't respect anything you say. But Appuccino, I know what you look like. You're not hiding anything. That's respect. Macmon, again, once I'll stop the conversation, but you said you walk your dog every day for 3 miles. Listen, I'm not claiming that walking 3 miles is going to be elite shape. I'm saying running. You run 3 miles at an 8-minute pace, which I do every time. That is pretty good shape. That is better than, it's in the top 1%. I don't think you guys understand how little people in the world actually exercise for the most part, and let alone run at that type of pace. All right, anyway, let's go through some first half stats. Story for the Heat is Bam Adebayo becoming, by the way, the third all-time leading scorer in Heat franchise history. Absolutely cooking in that first half. 16 points, 5 boards on 7 of 10 shooting. In that second quarter, when Miami went on that run to take a 9-point lead, Bam was the initiator offensively, just absolutely taking Wendell Carter to school. Well, Bam Adebayo, excellent play tonight. Norman Powell got cooking a little bit there as well. He had 15 points, 4-9 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, got to the line, fouled on 2 separate 3-point attempts. So he's 6 of 6 at the line. Big time impact there. Outside of him, I guess Wiggins is probably the third leading scorer for Miami. 8 points tonight, 3 of 6 shooting, 50% from 3 as well. Wiggins had a nice steal and slam in transition. Kel'el Ware has been good on the glass, 5 boards tonight. Not really anything special offensively. I think Wiggins missed him on a couple lob opportunities. Would have liked to see him take advantage of, but unfortunately couldn't get that done. Jaquez off the bench with 6 points today. Fontecchio, I think, only has 2. Yeah, he's only got 2 points. Dru Smith has, 4? 3 points. Missed the free throw. That's what I forgot he wanted to. Davion had 6 points, 4 assists. Davion Mitchell just doesn't turn the ball over, man. He is fun to watch initiate an offense, dude. He can really, especially in this up-tempo system that is predicated on space and speed and taking your defender one-on-one off the dribble from the top of the key to, like, get the rotation rolling with the cuts and the defensive collapsing. Man, oh, man, Davion Mitchell is special. Davion Mitchell's really good in that range, man. Davion Mitchell's really good in that range. Davion Mitchell's been great, man. I think we had about 3 minutes until the second half gets started. JMU just scored a touchdown. They're up 17-7. Conference championship weekend in college football. It's 4 conference title games tonight. Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State playing. Kennesaw up 7-zip. JMU, like I just mentioned, up 17-7. North Texas and Tulane, winner of that game, likely in the college football playoffs. North Texas just got a touchdown. So they're up 6-0. And then you got UNLV and Boise State as well. I think we're close to getting back underway here. Tyler, I don't do the rookie. Isaiah, it's because they're still gonna play Davion Mitchell and Dru Smith over Kaz. He'd have 2 point guards, even with Herro out. Dru Smith and honestly, Herro played point guard last year for most of the season, but the way this roster is constructed, Herro's not the point guard anymore. He's back to his normal 2 guard spot. And it's one of Davion Mitchell or Dru Smith are always on the floor. Sometimes Herro will play a little bit of that point guard role, but also in this offense, there's not really a point guard because it's more of everyone has it. All right, second half officially underway, and it starts with Davion Mitchell inside missing a wide open layup. Oh, great start, guys. Point blank 4-foot push shot, left to short. Paolo Banchero has the mismatch. Gets it to the corner for Suggs, and we're tied up at 60 pretty quickly. Jalen Suggs had the first points of the first half with a 3, has the first points of the second half with a 3. Adebayo, turnover, travel. So awesome start for Miami out of the break. A travel and a missed point blank 4-foot layup. Wagner probing, kicking. Desmond Bane in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound Powell. He'll run it in transition. Driving and resets out to Mitchell. And now another turnover on Miami. So let's just get this straight. Out of the half, 2 turnovers and a missed 4-foot wide open layup. Did you guys take a fucking 15-minute nap at halftime? Wagner isolated on Bam, driving left. Just lose it out of bounds, so he'll turn it over. So both teams turning it over here. Good defense by Bam. Heat running quickly. Powell inside. Misses the layup. Kel'el Ware offensive rebound. And it's thrown out of bounds. Turnover. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. 3 turnovers and 2 missed layups for the Heat in the start the second half. It's embarrassing. Like, I almost just want to tell them, fucking go sit on the bench and bring in the whole 5-man bench lineup because the starters didn't want to play the second half. What is this? Desmond Bane just falls to the ground. How is that not a travel? Kicks it out. Wagner with a mid-range. Too strong. Adebayo with the board. I mean, both these teams playing disgusting basketball here in the second half. Powell just turned it over. Are you fucking serious? Go suck and sit him down. I tell you what, I have no patience for this type of stuff. I would bench him now. 4 turnovers in 2 minutes and 2 missed layups. Go sit all of them on the bench. Embarrassing basketball. Bane wide open 3. No good. Offensive rebound Orlando. Banchero cutting inside. Blocked by Ware out of bounds. Third block of the game for the Heat. Five on the shot clock. Jalen Suggs, the right wing 3. Good, and you're down 3. You lose this game, it's because of how sloppy and shitty you started the second half. Adebayo on the right wing, facing up on Carter, driving inside, gets to the rim, and he misses a layup. So we have 3 wide open missed layups and 4 turnovers to start the second half. Bench their asses, dude. Wiggins blocks Banchero inside out of bounds. It'll stay with it, Orlando. This is a joke. Worst 3 minutes of the season, without a question. Now the Magic turn it over. Oh my God, this second half's horrible. All right, let's see if the Heat can have a possession that doesn't result in a turnover or a point-blank layup miss. Norman Powell driving inside, fouled. Are they going to say in the act of shooting or on the floor? I think they're going to give Powell free throws. Lewis, I appreciate you subscribing and watching, but this is my show. I'm going to do it how I want. It will be free throws for Powell. He makes the first. Powell misses the second. Franz Wagner, top of the key. Driving on Wiggins. Euro step inside, floater, friendly roll. Man, Wagner is a special talent, dude. I really tell you, he's really good. Magic up 4. It's an 8-1 run to start the second half for the Magic. Powell, corner 2 is good. I'd like to look that over. I think that was a 3. Keep that in the back of the dome. I thought that was a 3. I almost thought he stepped out of bounds rather than on the line. So, tough shot made there by Powell. Suggs tries a 3. Fouled, but they'll say on the floor. And now Norman Powell is a bit gimpy. Now Norman Powell's a little bit gimpy. I think he banged knees there with the screen man. So hopefully it's just like one of those things where it's like, you bang knees, and then you get better in a second. Heat go to a zone here. 4 on the shot clock. Banchero fouled. That's Davion Mitchell's 3rd foul. And Banchero's going to line. Can I get a review? On that corner shot from Norman Powell? Because I think that was a 3. Banchero makes both free throws. Bam isolated on the right side. It swung around the perimeter. It's Wiggins attacking, spinning, fouled. Are they going to say in the act of shooting? They are. I mean, a lot of these fouls tonight have been like right as like a gather could be called or did happen. And it's always a question. I feel like there's been like 6 or 7 fouls today that have been like, is that in the act of shooting or on the floor? And for the most part, these officials are always going to say it's in the act of shooting. I haven't seen many like 50-50 calls go on the floor tonight. So 2 free throws for Wiggins. He went 0 for 2 earlier in the game. Makes the first there. Wiggins' 2nd free throw. That doesn't go. He's 1 of 4. My God, I can't stand turnovers. I cannot stand missed free throws. Wiggins 1 of 4. Jesus Christ, dude. Heat down 3. Wagner attacking Wiggins. Kicks out to Anthony Black. He swings to Suggs. Suggs has been hot in this half. He has 2 triples. Suggs driving on Ware and beats the shot clock. Bam left alone for 3. Can't do that anymore. I'll tell you what. He's putting the league on notice. You leave me open for 3, I'll make you pay. Bam with his 2nd 3 of the game. He's got 19 points. Heat are 5 of 14 from 3 today. 2 from Bam, 2 from Wiggins, and 1 from Powell. Jalen Suggs just knocked out another 3. He's got 11 points in the quarter. Bam driving on Wendell Carter. Takes a bump, fades away. No good, but good rebound by Ware. And then Bam turns it over. And then the Mavericks. They call a foul on Norman Powell in transition. Powell is incensed. He wants it challenged. Oh, that is not a foul. That is all ball. I think the Heat might challenge. That would be a good decision, I think. Down 5, that looked like a clean block. All right, we'll tell you about our sponsor for the first time here in the 3rd quarter. Today's show is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the holiday season, best time of the year, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. And while we're all making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is offering a new feature, early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. There are so many different ways you can play. Flex play, power play. I'm going power play today to try to have the biggest payout. I'm going less than Desmond Bane points, 20.5, more than Kel'el Ware rebounds at 9.5, and then more than Norman Powell points at 22.5. We'll take a look at my lineup as the game goes on. But download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. Link is in the description and comments of today's stream. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. I actually feel pretty good about my entry here. Powell's got 18. Need to have him have 5 more points. Need Ware to have 3 more rebounds. And Desmond Bane to score less than 20.5. He's got 2 points. So unless Desmond Bane scores 19 points the rest of the game, Ware somehow doesn't get 3 rebounds, and Powell doesn't score 5 points. PrizePicks feels pretty good today. PrizePicks feels pretty dang good today, man. Pretty dang good. I don't know if the Heat challenged it during the timeout. I think they might have. I mean, it's clear, it's clean, and it's off Anthony Black. It should be Heat ball. Okay. So challenge successful for Miami. I don't know if it's going to be Heat ball, though. It might be a jump ball. They haven't made the call yet. No, they're going to say Heat ball. Let's go. It's a Heat ball down 5. Successful challenge. Miami will be able to challenge another one. Both teams successful with their first challenge today. Which means they each only have one more no matter what. Adebayo the other way. And one! Bam! Adebayo! Got Wendell Carter's sorry ass up in the air and did the little Dwayne Wade jump into him from the side, take the bump, and finish. Adebayo cooking. He'll be in the 20 points now and has a chance to get Miami within 2. Bam's been absolutely phenomenal today. Converts the 3-point play. He's got 22. Heat down 2. That's 4th foul of the game on Wendell Carter. Jalen Suggs, hot. Step back 3. No good there. Rebound. Good job by Jaquez, Bam, and Wiggins. They played hot potato with it. Wiggins comes up with the ball. He'll drive. Oh, that's an ill-advised shot. What is he fucking doing? A shot with 18 in the shot clock, 20-foot deep 2. What are we doing? And then gets beat on the other end. But Suggs misses the layup. Rebound Jaquez. Heat have a 5-on-4. Jaquez to the trailing Wiggins. Almost turns it over. Powell to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell to the rack. Ties it up at 72. What Andrew Wiggins is doing his best Terry Rozier impression. What is he doing? Jalen Suggs gets to the rack and finishes that time. Beat Davion Mitchell off the dribble. Suggs now has 18 points in the game, 13 of it in the second half. Mitchell to the rack. Thought that was a foul. No call. Here comes the Magic. I keep on wanting to say the Mavericks. A lot of contact. No call. That's a surprising no call. That one should have been a foul too. And then Bam throws it away. What are they doing? I'm about to freak out. What are they doing? This is the dumbest basketball I've ever watched. It makes me think they have literally lost brain cells during halftime. And it looks like Jalen Suggs just got teed up. He was not happy with that no call on the other end. So Norman Powell will get the technical free throw. He drills it. He now has 20 points. Or 19, excuse me. Oh, the technical was actually on the head coach, Mosley. I thought it was on Suggs. So Heat down 1. It is Magic basketball. Larsson into the game for Andrew Wiggins. Larsson was not good in that first half. Hopefully he has a better stint here. He's guarding Wagner. And now Larsson's going to be called for a foul. It's the 4th of the quarter for Miami. So next one, Magic will be at the line. The Magic almost turn it over, but it hits the backboard, falls right to Franz Wagner, who hits a floater. He's now got 17 in the game. Bam thought about a corner three, has Goga Bitadze on the deck, and now there's a foul called. So Adebayo is going to the line. Chaos everywhere. But Miami will get free throws out of it. Bam with a good shot fake. Then Bitadze hits the deck, got kind of tangled up, and then tangles up with Bam and hits Adebayo's arm. Bam misses the first free throw. I mean, turnovers and missed free throws have me lose my mind, and if you can't tell, I'm losing it because of all of that is happening now. The amount of free throws and the amount of turnovers this quarter are enough for me to start taking drugs. Bam splits the pair. Heat down 2. Jalen Suggs drives by Powell. Bam! Erases the shot. Out of bounds. Says, get that shit out of here. Second block of the game for Adebayo. Two-three zone for the Heat here. They inbound it. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. Heat have 6 blocks in this game. Wagner lines up a deep three. Hits front rim, backboard, and in. Magic got a horseshoe up their ass right now, dude. Some of these bounces that have gone their way is ridiculous. Larsson baseline drive. Can't hit the floater. Rebound out to Dallas. I keep on saying the Mavericks. And it's a Jalen Suggs slam in transition. Like that. The shot misses right to the Magic where they could start a fast break. 9-2 Magic run. Jaquez picks up his dribble at half court. Nice job, buddy. Powell tried to draw a foul. Misses the shot. He's focused on the foul, not the actual shot. Magic looking to extend their lead. Step back 3. Air ball. Powell with the board. Outlet ahead to Jaquez. Jaquez inside. Gets to the rim and lays it up and in. Back down 5. Jaquez now with 8 points. Anthony Black probing. Layup too strong. Out of bounds. It will be Miami ball off of Goga Bitadze. 3:05. Noise. To go here in this third quarter. Simone Fontecchio checks back in. Norman Powell will take a seat. So they're really leaning on this bench unit. Full 5 bench in. Not one starter in the game. That's not true. Kel'el Ware. Jaquez driving, spinning. 8-foot shot. No. Good look. Couldn't get it to fall. Wagner has been killing Miami this quarter. Over to Black. His pull-up elbow jumper. Too strong. And Ware grabs the rebound. And almost throws it away. Jaquez just had a behind-the-back catch. Heads-up catch there by Jaquez. He now drives on Wagner. Fades away from 10 feet. Misses. Wagner left alone. Right wing 3. Good. What are you doing? Why are you going underneath that screen? Wagner now has 23 points. Dru Smith driving. That was a lot of contact, and a foul will be called on Orlando. So Dru Smith gets 2 free throws. Timeout on the floor. 2:06 to go here in the third quarter. Like I said, Miami will have 2 free throws coming out of the timeout. Let's get to 26,100 subscribers right now. We're 9 away, over 630 people watching. I'm Nick Roloff. We go live for almost every Heat game. Our next live show will be Tuesday against the Magic for an NBA Cup quarterfinal game in Orlando. We'll have a video out tomorrow on the latest trade rumors. We'll have a video Monday as well. So stay tuned for more Heat content throughout the season, more live shows, more everything. Need a better kind of here last couple minutes of the third quarter. Certainly need a good fourth quarter as well. This third quarter has been a disaster, man. Not saying the game's over, but Miami certainly has to start playing better. Hopefully Dru Smith can make these 2 free throws and we get off and running here. Boise State up 14-0 against UNLV in their bowl game. Bowl game, I meant to say. Conference championship game. Tyler Herro out tonight with a toe injury. We'll have an MRI tomorrow. Dru Smith makes the first free throw out of the timeout. Chance to pull Miami within 6. He does. Heat putting on a little bit of a press. Magic having a tough time getting in. They barely beat that 5-second timer. Heat fall back to a 2-3 zone here. It's more like a 1-3-1. Interesting. Anthony Black has it. Driving on Larsson. Takes a bump. Fouled. Larsson's really struggled tonight, man. To be honest, I mean, there's a lot of people that has been struggling. Not a lot of people I can't say have not been struggling. Jaquez has struggled with his shot for most of the night. Fontecchio has been rough. Larsson. Anthony Black misses the first free throw, though. Catch a break there. Misses both. He catch a break. Bam back in. Jaquez driving, spinning, and missing. I mean, dude. Holy shit. But the Heat with a steal. Adebayo gets it. And now the Magic hit the ball out of bounds. So it'll be Heat ball down 6. Minute and a half to go in the third. Good steal by Bam. I mean, they got to stop letting Jaime just ISO and shoot every time. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Bam Adebayo isolating on Bodazzi. Driving middle of the floor, turnover. Everybody's fucking shit in this third quarter. Not one player has had a good third quarter. Not one. Larsson driving, airballing a floater. Offensive rebound, Bam, he's fouled. And now Bam and Badazzi get a little tied up here. Larsson, this has been one of the worst quarters I've seen. But, Jaquez can't make a shot. Larsson can't make a shot. Fontecchio can't make a shot. Turning the ball over at an alarming rate. Bam goes 1 of 2 at the line. Everything about this third quarter is fucking garbage. Turnovers, free throw shooting, defense, horrible. Now Dru Smith commits a foul. Magic will be at the line. They're in the bonus. First free throw, good. Missed free throw, but the Magic at the rebound. Desmond Bane step back 3. No, lucky. Go 2 for 1 now. Jaquez driving, kicking. Dru Smith lines up a 3. No good. Rebound Orlando. Heat down 8. What a disgusting half this was. A quarter. Heat scored 19 points so far in this quarter. Outscored 30-19 as it currently stands. Desmond Bane driving on Fontecchio. Deep 2. No good. Bam with the board. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Get a bucket. Need one. Down 8. 4. 3. Bam. Double teamed. Doesn't even get a shot off. What the fuck are we doing? That was embarrassing. The entire quarter. Everybody. From top to bottom. Embarrassing. Powell. Bam. Wiggins. Davion, Ware, Jaquez, Larsson, Smith, Fontecchio. Embarrassing. All of them. A joke of a third quarter. It is fourth quarter time, though, so spam those 4s. $12 minutes to go. Heat down 8. Tie Man, Hot Dog, Joy, Matthias, Tie Man. Verge, I think you're fucking dumb. If you can't, you guys are so stupid sometimes. Really. Can you not separate? Obviously, Bam has been the best player for Miami tonight. There's no debating that. But it's also a fucking dumb thing that after getting the rebound with 10 seconds, he doesn't pass the ball once, and he doesn't even get a shot up before the quarter ends. That's dumb basketball. and you're just going to excuse that because he's played well today, then you live with the mediocrity you like to live with. I'm not going to be all right with a guy not getting a shot off before the quarter ends when they had the ball with 10 seconds to go. I don't care how good he's been today. That's dumb basketball. (30-19) in the third quarter. Ridiculous, dude. Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner combined for 25 of the 30 points in that quarter for the Orlando Magic. And here we go in the fourth. Wiggins starts the quarter on the floor. No Larsson. It'll be a kickball on Miami and a fresh 14 on the shot clock. Badazzi trying to get it to Bane. Can't. 5 on the shot clock. Bane gets the switch. Deep step back three. No good. Offensive rebound, Orlando. Now Anthony Black drives. Drop-off pass. Floater. No. Rebound loose. Bam Adebayo tracks it down. Bam, pitch ahead to Fontecchio. Open three. Passes it up. Now drives inside and misses a layup. I know you're struggling, Simone. Shoot the ball. You're not a slasher. You're a shooter. If you don't have any confidence to take a three, then get out of the game. Bane now lines up a three. In and out. Dru Smith gets the board. And then Fontecchio travels. Now I am saying it. Get him the fuck out. He's been horrible all day. Another turnover for Miami. 14th of the game. And he's scared to shoot the ball. Desmond Bane driving on Dru Smith. Running floater. Misses it. But Badazzi can't get the putback. And Bam gets the board. I mean, you want to talk about being bad today? Desmond Bane's been horrible. And then the Heat turn it over again. No, Wiggins saves it to Bam. Bodies hit the deck everywhere. Heat still have it. Corner three, Fontecchio. And it's good. I mean, are you serious? What a wild sequence that was. The Heat, beneficiary of bad, lucky basketball again. Should have turned it over 3 separate times in that possession and ended up in a 3. Tyus Jones driving. His layup goes. I mean, the Heat's perimeter defense has not been good today. They've been beat off the dribble consistently by Jalen Suggs, Wagner, Anthony Black, and now Tyus Jones. Jaquez travels with it. Third turnover of the game for Jaquez. Tyus Jones, pick and roll to the corner for Bane. Of course, knew his wasn't going to miss every shot tonight. Down by 10. Bam fouled. Goga Badazzi called. Hand check foul. Be side out for Miami. Wendell Carter Jr. back in. That's a good thing for the Heat. Fontecchio, sidestep, pump fake. Now it's over to Jaquez. Jaquez, up and under move. Good, pretty finish there by Jaquez. That's the Jaime that we know and like. Getting to the rim, not these fall away 10-foot jump shots. Jaquez now with 10 points on 5 of 10 shooting. Desmond Bane driving baseline on Wiggins. Blocked! Good defense there by Wiggs. He's now got 2 blocks tonight. Heat down 8. Jaquez attacking. Tristan da Silva, his running bank shot goes. Look at what Jaime is good. When he gets to the rim, when he settles for these jump shots on the baseline at the elbow, sure he can make them, but that's not good offense. Getting to the rim is where Jaime thrives. And now Fontecchio is whistled for a foul away from the ball. Heat down 6. Can they get another stop here? Wagner back in. He's got it. Guard by Wiggins. Now Jaquez. Wagner driving right. Fades away from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Ball loose. Grabbed by Davion Mitchell, and he saves it to Fontecchio. What a rebound there by Miami. Chance of cutting this lead some more. Jaquez facing up on Wagner. Driving. Spinning. Spin hook shot. Misses it. Good look. Just missed it. Anthony Black now directing traffic. They're trying to get it to Wendell Carter Jr. Now it's Tyus Jones swinging it to Black once again. 5 on the shot clock. Black up and under move. Misses it, and they call a tripping foul on Bam because they accidentally tangled foots. Tough break for Miami. Anthony Black's got on the line a lot today. Yeah, Anthony Black's got 12 points. He's 8 of 11 at the line. All he's done is get to the free throw line. Powell back in for Miami. Fontecchio takes a seat. Larsson's going to check back in. I think that's a mistake. Jaquez will sub out. I'd go back to the Heat starting lineup for the final 7 minutes. Anthony Black makes both free throws. Heat down 8. Davion Mitchell driving. Left-hand layup. Good move there by Davion Mitchell, getting by Tyus Jones. Davion Mitchell in the double figures now. He's got 10 points. Wendell Carter Jr. back cut, stripped, but a foul. He'll be on the floor. That's the 4th foul on Davion Mitchell, but at this point in the game, I'm not really worried about foul trouble. It's already the 3rd foul, though, on Miami in this quarter. That's not good for free throw shooting later on in the game. Are they giving Wendell Carter free throws? Fuck no, he wasn't shooting. Yeah, side out. Wait a minute, they're giving him free throws? Wait a minute, what the fuck are these officials doing? Get them on the streets and make sure they're homeless. They have no clue what anything is. He was doubled on the baseline. He was looking to just, hey, he had the ball, and he gets slapped on the arm. There was no chance he was in the act of shooting. Horrible officiating. It's a fucking joke that this is allowed to be officials for an NBA game. Carter splits the pair. Heat down 7. That's embarrassing. Shooting free throws. If he was in the act of shooting when he got fouled, then I'm also dating Dua Lipa right now. Ridiculous. Andrew Wiggins Straight line drive to the rim for a slam. Wagner tees up a triple. Why are you going under on his screens? He's been torching you all night. He owns you. 26 points on 4-6 shooting, and yet you're going under screens. Norman Powell looking for the answer. Fades away from the free throw. That's a horrible shot. Bailed out by a foul. Be Norman Powell free throws when we return. Final timeout. Well, second to last timeout, but final time we'll tell you about PrizePicks today. Today's show is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the holiday season, best time of the year. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. And while we're all making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is offering a new feature, early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. There are so many different ways you can play. Flex play, power play. I'm going power play today to try to have the biggest payout. I'm going less than Desmond Bane points, 20.5, more than Kel'el Ware rebounds at 9.5, and then more than Norman Powell points at 22.5. We'll take a look at my lineup as the game goes on. But download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. Link is in the description and comments of today's stream. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. Heat down A. It'll be Norman Powell free throws when we return. Who you got? MIA for the Heat, ORL for the Magic. It's also our live poll as well. A lot of people going with Miami still. I'm shocked. I'd be picking the Magic. I mean, the Heat have played so bad today. I mean, it'd really take a full 180 for them to get a win here now. Going to need one of those patented Heat runs where they just jump on their opponent, going like a 12-2 run in 2.5 minutes. That's what's going to be required here. And Wagner and Jalen Suggs are just killing you tonight. You have no answer for them. Been fouling up a storm. Anthony Black has like 13 free throw attempts. It's ridiculous. Norman Powell here at the line. Need to hit both of these. Misses the first. I mean, this team is fucking comically bad sometimes, man. I still think the Heat are good, but I still can't believe some people say the Heat don't need Giannis. Norman Powell misses both. Good night. That's ball game. You can kiss that one goodbye. Nine missed free throws tonight for the Heat. Losing by 8. Anthony Black, 3 on the shot clock. Does he recognize it? Just did. Launches a 3. Too strong. Adebayo with the board. Andrew Wiggins driving on Wendell Carter. Step back mid-range. Good bucket there. That's a good move by Andrew Wiggins. Had the big man on him and went to work. 13 points for Wiggins tonight. Heat back within 6. 5.5 to go. Wagner's going to try a step back three. Finally misses. Rebound Wiggins. Outlet Miami. Worked around quickly. Powell, corner three. He's open. He connects. Big three there for Miami, and they're within a score. Norman Powell with 22 points on the evening. Suggs isolating on Davion Mitchell. Suggs discards Mitchell. Kicks out to De Silva. His three. No. Rebound. Foul. Davion Mitchell. That's his 5th. Davion Mitchell is one foul away from disqualification. Clearly shoved Wendell Carter underneath the rim. I mean, I'm shocked it took so long for the whistle to come out. It was a delayed whistle. I mean, it was obvious. But now he's got to be careful. And also, the Magic are in the bonus the rest of the way. That was the 4th foul in the quarter on Miami. 5th, and they're shooting free throws. Jaquez back in for Pelle Larsson. Bodies everywhere. A physical game in this one. Wagner facing up on Wiggins. Step back three. Great contest. But a rebound offensively by Orlando. That's a backbreaker. Wagner driving. Gets to the rim and lays it up and in. Timeout Miami. Wendell Carter Jr. just beat Bam to the ball. That's a backbreaker, man. Could have had ball down 3. Now you're down 5. 700 people watching. Subscribe to the channel. Sub for Heat Dubs. Come on. Sub for Dubs. I'm Nick Roloff. We go live for Heat games. I'll be live again on Tuesday for Heat Magic NBA Cup. We'll have a video out tomorrow on the latest trade rumors. Video out Monday as well. Join the channel. Yeah, I don't know. Spo just choosing not to close with Ware. I don't get it either. But I think it's a mistake. I would close with the starting lineup. If it was up to me, I would have the final group in right now be Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam, and Kel'el Ware. I don't know why Ware's on the bench. I think it's a mistake by Spo, but we'll see what happens. If the Heat come back and win this game, I'm not going to say anything because, like, how could you? He came back and won. But if this score holds, then it's going to be like, why didn't you put Ware in? Especially with the Magic going with their big lineup of Wagner, Banchero, Carter. It'd be nice to get this win because you have a 5-17 Kings coming in to town tomorrow. A game that becomes a must win for Miami if they lose this one. Oh, the Magic actually aren't even closing with Banchero themselves. They got Tristan De Silva out there instead. Heat have ball down 5. 4 minutes to go, just about. Powell, top of the key. Fouled on the floor, they're going to say. It will be side out for Miami. 3rd foul in Orlando. So 2 fouls away from the bonus for Miami. Eric Reed just said that was their 4th foul. Well, the graphic says 3, so which one is it, folks? Wiggins, right wing, driving Desmond Bane, fading away from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Gonna need a stop. Yep, and that didn't happen. Wiggins gets beat back door. Franz Wagner, easy dunk. Down 7. Norman Powell isolating on Desmond Bane. Driving left. 2 hop, stop, and banks it in. That's a pretty move by Norman Powell. Back down 5. Need a stop. Jalen Suggs on the right wing. Defended by Davion Mitchell. Powell's got 24 in the game after that bucket. Suggs working on Mitchell, who's got 5 fouls. Step back 3. No good. Defense there, crispy by Davion Mitchell. Adebayo at the board. He'll push for Miami. Over to Jaquez. And now Eric Spoelstra will call timeout. Yep, use it or lose it timeout. Can't take 3 timeouts with you under 3 minutes, so calls one here at 3:01. All right, let's get the good vibes flowing, folks. It's been a very negative stream, I feel like, so far because the Heat's play has been down. But let's spam that fireball emojis, man. Let's get the chat on fire. Let's get the vibes high. Come on, Heat. Come on, Heat. Spam those fireball emojis. Down 5 with 3 minutes to go in ball. Still a chance. Spout out Spooky, Kane Angel, Curve, Allie, David, Melvin. Spam those fireball emojis. Come on. Let's get a win on the road, man. Same lineup on the floor for Miami. Paolo Banchero back in for the Magic, which is why I... Oh, no, never mind. Yeah. So Wendell Carson, the Magic have their starting lineup out there. Why Miami doesn't have their starting lineup out there, I don't know. Powell curling 3. He's open. Comes up short. Knew it was short as soon as he left his hand. Listen, I think Spo is an elite coach. I think he's the best in the NBA, but it's a mistake not having Kel'el Ware out there right now. Wagner running bank shot, good. Down 7. Franz Wagner just torching you, man. Davion Mitchell to the rack. That's a travel. No call. Drop off Jaquez for the bucket. Lucky break there. I mean, that pivot foot slid. Back down 5, but you're not going to be able to win this game without getting stops. Wagner directing traffic, getting it to Bane, curling inside, scoop layup, no good. Rebound Miami, out and running. Jaquez to the rim, loses it out of bounds. It's going to be Heat ball. I'll tell you what, though, I think they should challenge this because that looked like if it was off Jaquez. Well, they're not gonna. Heat are going to inbound it. And Jaquez sneaks in for a layup. So that's a big swing there for Miami. Jaquez now with 16 points, and they're within 3. Under 2 minutes to go. Come on, give me another stop. Give me another stop. Got to control Wagner. He's been killing you. Wagner has it, guarded by Davion Mitchell. Kicks to Suggs. Suggs, pump fake, driving inside to the rim, and lays it up and in. Minute and a half to go. Down 5. Need a bucket here bad. Powell driving, Euro stepping, layup, good. Keeps Miami in it right there. Powell with 26 points. Can we get a stop? Come on. Defend. Defend, defend, defend. Wagner, you got to stop him, man. He gets a screen. Davion Mitchell switches on. Mitchell playing with 5. Now it's Jaquez defending Wagner. Step back 3. Air ball. And the Heat get the stop they needed. Out of bounds. 1:03 to go. Heat basketball. Great defense by Jaquez. Now, give me a bucket. Obviously, with a minute to go, you do not need a 3, but a bucket would be huge here. Doesn't kill you if you don't score, but a bucket goes a long way. Come on, Miami. Give me a bucket here. Powell has it on the left side. Bam will set him a screen. Desmond Bane defending Powell. Powell driving left. Gets inside. And scoops it up and in. Big time bucket. Norman Powell. He's got 28. Miami back within 1. One more stop. Spam those D's for defense. 40 seconds to go. Give me a stop. Suggs, defended by Mitchell. Now gets the switch to Jaquez. Dump to Banchero. Driving. Gets up. No good. Rebound. Carter. Blocked. Jump ball. What a play. Obviously would have liked to get the rebound there, but the jump ball will be between Wendell Carter Jr. and Jaquez. Now, if the Magic win the tip, the shot clock should go down to 3 seconds. But Banchero airballing the layup was a fortuitous kind of bounce to Wendell Carter, but a good block from behind to force a jump ball. 3.1 seconds will be on the shot clock if the Magic win. So if you're Miami, you have to be ready to defend quickly because, let's face it, Wendell Carter Jr. is probably going to win the tip against Jaquez. 29.9 seconds to go. Got to defend, and more importantly, you got to rebound off of this tip. Tip is 1. Desmond Bane launches a 3. No good. Rebound Adebayo. Shot clock turned off. Down 1. Heat have a chance to win it here at the buzzer. Come on. Norman Powell gets a screen. 13. Powell driving right. Fades away on Carter. Tough shot. No. Ball out of bounds. It should stay with Miami. And Miami will certainly call a timeout to talk it over. 5.7 seconds remaining. Heat ball down 1 on the baseline. Here we go. Sub for Dubs. 1,000 people watching. Subscribe today. Daily Heat content. And if you're a Heat fan looking for Heat content, this is the channel for you. Sub for Dubs. Come on. 5.7 seconds remain. It will be Heat ball on the baseline. No shot clock. Just go win the ball game. Now, when there was a double-sided kind of thing here to where it's like if Miami went quickly and missed, they could extend the game by fouling and having another opportunity. But now with 5.7 seconds remaining, it's going to basically be Miami has one shot to win it or it's over. Like if they miss, like they're not going to be able to foul Orlando to like get another shot at it. So it's all here or nothing. Subscribe today. Let's get that number climbing with 1,100 people watching. And if you want the Heat to win, spam those MIAs in the chat. We're in sub-only mode. Come on. Spam those MIAs in the chat. On the floor for Miami, Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, Jaime Jaquez, Bam Adebayo. You got to get an opportunity here for Bam or Powell, your 2 leading scorers tonight. Bam has been extremely clutch in his career, has like 4 or 5 game winners at the buzzer. I'd find a way to get it to him. Jaquez to inbound. Having an issue, calls timeout. Jaime couldn't get it in, so Eric Spoelstra and Chris Quinn will have to go to their second out-of-bounds play to get a Miami a look here with 5.7 seconds. Here we go. Spam those MIAs. Spam those MIAs in the chat. Come on. Sub for dubs. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm trying to get it to Norman Powell, curling for a J, or I'm giving it to Bam. Honestly, if you lob it to Bam top of the key, let him catch it, turn, and attack. That's kind of what I would do. I'd try to get Norman Powell off of a curl, and if that doesn't work, just throw it to Bam at the top of the key, and 5.7 seconds is more than enough time to catch it, face, and 2 dribble into a jumper, get downhill to the rim. Bam has been cooking all day. Wendell Carter Jr. really hasn't been able to defend Bam today at all. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. Heat have all 4 players on the baseline. Davion Mitchell, they throw it to Bam at the top of the key. Bam rips through at the elbow. Fouled! In the Heat, are they shooting free throws? It doesn't look like they will be. The Magic had a foul to give. So now there's 3.7 seconds to go. So, similar to what I had there. I think we'll be side out for Miami. Miami's out of timeouts. That's an important note here. Andrew Wiggins to inbound. Don't have a ton of time. 3.7 to go. They get it to Bam. Bam faces up. Adebayo going to have to launch. Bam at the buzzer. No. What a terrible fucking play. That was bad. That was horrible. That was the worst executed out-of-bounds play ever. Bam catches it, and Norman Powell is running at him like they're going to do a dribble handoff, which gives Miami no space to operate. With 3.7 seconds, you just got to pass it and go. I don't know who made the mistake there. If the play was a dribble handoff to Powell or not. But why in God's green earth is Norman Powell running at Bam Adebayo like it's going to be a handoff? There's 3.7 seconds remaining. I can't wait to see what the post game. I hope someone asks Spo about that. That was horrible. Like, if you didn't watch the game and you're curious on how it unfolded, so with 3.7 seconds left, they inbound it sideline to Bam at the three-point line, top of the key. He catches it. He faces up, dribbles once, and it looks like, all right, we're just going to get Bam the ball in open space at the top of the key and let him make a move, whether it's driving to the rim with 3 seconds or one dribble pull-up or a step-back 3. Whatever it was like, okay, you're just going to live and die with Bam making a decision. But then Bam catches it, faces up, dribbles once, and then you have Norman Powell running around him, bringing a defender in Jalen Suggs. And the handoff isn't there. There was no space to hand it off for Powell. If he does hand it off to Powell, Powell's doing a fadeaway 3 from 30 feet. That's not a good shot. And then it's like Bam doesn't hand it off to him. And then there's 2 defenders and there's 1 second left and Bam just has to throw up a terrible double contested 3. It was just a horrible design play if that was the choice. And if it wasn't the choice, then why the fuck is Norman Powell running towards Bam with a defender? Like, I need that to be asked in the postgame. Was the design there to get the ball to Norman Powell on a dribble handoff? Because if it was, okay. If it wasn't, what is Norman Powell doing? I don't know if it was a design play or just dumb basketball from Miami, of the people on the court. I'm not putting it past it being dumb basketball because Miami played dumb all day long with bad turnovers, bad decisions. There were a lot of mental mistakes in today's game. It was horrible. $5 super chat from Colin. Shout out to you, Colin. The trio Bam, Powell, and Herro is good, but if you can get a Giannis, you got to go for it. Everyone is tradable besides Bam. Yeah, I mean, listen, I said it earlier. I would trade Bam for Giannis, but you would never do that because if you traded for Giannis, it would be with the idea to have him and Bam together in the front court. So you're not going to do that, but I would, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's just bad, man. Bad. I like that finish just pisses me off. It's horrible. And like for the people that saying like Bam shouldn't have gotten the opportunity, like then the ball there. I mean, Bam was cooking all night. He had 24 points on 9 of 14 shooting before that heave at the buzzer, and he has the most game winners out of anyone on Miami. He has multiple buzzer beater game winners. So he's a guy that you can trust to get the ball in that scenario and create a good look. I mean, I said it. I would have tried to get Norman Powell off a curl out of the inbounds play, working towards the basket, or I would have given it to Bam at the top of the key in space. And they did the latter, Bam top of the key in space, but they didn't give him space. Norman Powell ran right to him. Yeah, Bam has like 4 game winners. You know how rare game buzzer beater game winners are? Like that is like a rare thing to do. I don't even know how many Norman Powell has. I just know it's not more than Bam. If Norman Powell has any, to be honest. Like to have a buzzer beater game winner. You know how rare those are? Like you'll be lucky to get one a season as a player. Lucky. Because like most games don't come down to the wire like that, and if it does, you got to be one of the 5 people on the court and be the one taking the shot. So, how many does Herro have? I think 2. 1 or 2. He actually did it against the Magic, I think, last year, if you don't remember. A little pull-up elbow jumper. But that also, I don't think, was a buzzer beater. Bam has 4. He has the one against the Spurs and that little left wing elbow jumper, I remember. He has the one against the Nets in the COVID year when there was no fans in the stands. He has that 3, the trailing 3 against the Pistons a couple years ago at the buzzer. And there's one more I can't remember. But I know there's that one against the Spurs, the Nets, and the Pistons. Buzzer beater 3s at the end. Yeah, Utah. Utah is the other one. I thought Herro had 2. I just couldn't call the other one. Yeah, so I think it was Magic and Utah. But man, what did I say at the third quarter, guys? I said the Heat were going to lose this game, and if they did, it would be because of how sloppy and poorly they came out playing in the third quarter. I mean, in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter, they had 4 turnovers and 3 missed layups. And they were all wide open layups. Not all wide open, but I would say all layups that each one of those players should say they make in their sleep. So when you guys tell me to chill out and relax because I'm getting frustrated at the sloppy, poor play in the beginning of the third quarter, well, just know that's the reason we lost today. So that's why I get pissed off in those moments, because you can't take those moments for granted. You don't have that poor of a third quarter beginning, and you probably win this game. Frustrating, man. bad loss. Bad loss. Questionable rotations. I would have played Kel'el Ware late. Miami did not. Frustrating. All right, that's going to do it for today's stream. Appreciate everybody who hung out with us here on a Friday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be live again next Tuesday for Heat Magic NBA Cup quarterfinal game in Orlando once again. Heat play tomorrow, no streams. We don't do Saturday streams in the fall or winter until probably after the trade deadline, to be honest, in February. And then we'll have a video out tomorrow and potentially Sunday, but definitely Monday. So be on the lookout for that. Peace out. See you guys live again on Tuesday.